In 1999, Mazda released the RX-7R Coupe. This was a fantastic car, and up until now, was the most powerful car they had ever made. With 276 horsepower, and to be honest with you, some left the factory with more than that, who would have thought that the next powerhouse from Mazda would be an SUV? See, the thing is, this doesn't have 10 more horsepower. Oh no, not 20, but 50 more horsepower than that RX-7. It's incredible. At the time of filming here in the UK, it comes with a naturally aspirated 2.5 litre four-cylinder engine, but it's paired with a 17.8 kilowatt hour battery that's good for around 39 miles of range, and those combine in a very clever gearing system to give you 326 horsepower. So Mazda have been pushing premium on their aptly named Road to Premium for a few years now. And to me, this car feels like the first true step. While the Mazda 3 was the toe that dipped in the water, this one jumped in head first. I won't mince my words. This is one of the best cars I've ever driven. Boasting around 188 WLTP miles to the gallon with the electric motor and the engine combined. We're in just EV mode right now, which is why it's so nice and quiet. On paper, it's looking very nice. It's actually a rear-wheel drive platform, but with all-wheel drive, and it's true all-wheel drive. The gearbox is combining the power from the engine and the electric motor to power all of the wheels. So rather than just having the engine powering the front and the electric motor powering the back, it's actually a combination of everything. This gives you that beautiful, smooth Mazda drive that if you already drive a Mazda, you'd be so used to. This chassis is quite special because this can be scaled and the architecture can be used for other vehicles, with the best possible base being this. Mazda, please build this, please. And all of this means the car feels utterly joyous to drive. So let's talk about that. First of all, let's go into sport mode, and I'm going to demonstrate to you now, and I'm sorry for this cameraman, but I'm going to flick down a gear and just punch it. 0 to 60 is around 6 seconds in a car that weighs, to be honest, as much as me after a Sunday lunch. The turning of this car is ridiculous. As we enter a corner, you can feel the G-vectoring system that Mazda have got in place on all their cars, but this one in particular, working its magic to keep you flat. Here's a roundabout, and we're going sillily fast around this roundabout, still within the speed limit though, and the car is completely flat, completely. If I was in anything else, I'd be leaning over onto the door handles, rolling over in a fire, and waiting for the emergency call system to do its thing and get the police to me. But in this car, no, it feels stable and fantastic, and really quite sporty despite it being so comfortable. The acceleration is mind-blowing, really mind-blowing. You've got that electric motor pushing you out, and then that 2.5 litre engine comes in place. It's just, I can't get enough of the engine. Mazda's got a new multi-clutch system, not a dual clutch, a multi-clutch system. So you try and catch the gearbox out. We're gonna go really hard in. We're now at third gear. Second gear, we definitely shouldn't be in this gear really, but then we're going to pull it all the way down to this fourth and fifth, and there we go. Now it's instant, absolutely instant. If you can tell the gear change, then you're lying. There is no time whatsoever between those shifts. It's fantastic. Oh, and if you're enjoying the video at this point, make sure you leave a like. Helps us out massively. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can unsubscribe at any time. It's free. So, you know, what do you get that's free nowadays? Well, this channel. Let's slink back into EV mode and enjoy the fact that this is costing us no miles to the gallon, or infinity miles to the gallon right now. But let's start at the beginning in specifications then. What do you get for your money? Well, the exclusive line is where it starts off. You'll get 18-inch grey metallic alloy wheels, heated auto power folding door mirrors, rain sensing windscreen wipers, LED headlights with auto leveling, coming and home leaving lights, LED daytime running lights, dusk sensing headlights, and high beam control as well. You get a very nice high definition reversing camera, but we'll get onto the reversing camera a little bit later because I want to talk about that. You get front and rear parking sensors, black leather seats, a 12.3 TFT instrument gauge cluster display, which has got traffic sign recognition, cruise control information, and a bunch of other stuff on it as well. And it's very high resolution, so you can't even see the pixels. You of course get an electric parking brake, a frameless auto-dipping rear view mirror, heated seats at the front with 3 settings, which is, normal and medium and burn your bum hot. You get a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel and a fantastic 8-speaker sound system. And finally, USB Type-C charging. You get the Mazda Multi-Connect media system, and that's been upgraded to a 12.3-inch display as well, with 5 years of sat-nav updates, wireless Apple CarPlay, and of course Android Auto as well. You get cruise control with an adjustable speed limiter, dual-zone climate control, and a brand new windscreen projected head-up display, which is now widescreen, which might be the best head-up display I've used out of any car I've ever driven. It's brilliant. And yes, we are still on the entry-level model. Entry-level model. With blind spot monitoring, driver attention alert, eCall with GPS locator, intelligent speed assist, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, smart city braking, keyless entry and traffic sign recognition, there is a lot of safety equipment as standard on the car. And all of this starts from £43,950, starting from. That's actually quite reasonable when you think about the size, the specification, and the powertrain. I mean, this pretty much exceeds the CX-5 Sport in terms of its specification on the standard car. But as is with any premium car, you can always improve the breed. And there are some packs that Mazda have included this time around. And we're starting with the Comfort Pack from £1,400. This will include 20-inch silver metallic alloy wheels. The driver's seat will then have electric tilt, slide, recline, height and lumbar support, passenger seat electric support as well, front seat ventilation, heated outer rear seats, driver monitoring, and a driver personalization system. That personalization system is awesome. Whenever you get in the car, the steering wheel, the wing mirrors, the head-up display, everything in the car will go to your personal settings without having to worry about whose key is who or pressing a button anyway. You can still do that anyway if you wanted to, but that personalization system will detect the weight and how the person looks in the car and assign it to that. And of course, you can have more than 2 of those in your seat settings at any one time. It's a great idea. But then we get to the mid-spec car, the Homura. Yes, I almost certainly butchered that name. That starts from £46,700 and adds to the exclusive line 20-inch black metallic alloy wheels. In fact, you might recognize that's the car we're in today. It adds a different type of grille in gloss black with a honeycomb design. You get a dark plated rear wing as well. Gloss black wing mirrors, ambient lighting, a driver personalization system that was on a pack on the previous car as standard, as well as all of those tilt and slide settings for the seat as well. You get electric steering wheel adjustment, again, part of that driver personalization system. You get ventilated seats at the front, heated outer rear seats at the back, an automatic driver positioning guide to help you set everything up, a 12-speaker surround sound Bose sound system with Mazda's Audio Pilot 2 technology. And I can't describe how it sounds through your phone or your computer, but it's incredible, absolutely amazing. At the top end, there's no tinniness, even on audio tracks with not so great recording quality, it makes them sound brilliant. And tied to any specification whatsoever on the top of the range car comes the driver pack and the convenience pack as well. And for only £1,000, you do get a lot with a convenience pack, that's for sure. You get rear privacy glass, a 360-degree reversing camera, although it's not just a reversing camera, but it has a new little feature, which I'll go through with you a little bit later on. You get a 150-watt AC socket, a rear console box lighting equipment, front and rear courtesy lamps, and QI wireless charging as well. But then we get to the creme de la creme, the ultimate, the Takumi. Over the Homura, it will add 20-inch black machined wheels, a gloss black bar front grille, which looks incredible, a totally redesigned interior with a bright decor panel, light white maple wood and white Napa seats, and of course the convenience and the driver assistance pack can be added as well. This car starts from £48,050 and is a true luxury car. The driver pack itself will add adaptive LED lights, front cross traffic alert, eye adaptive cruise control combined with Mazda's radar guided cruise control, rear cross traffic brake support and smart city brake support in the rear as well. So you're getting pretty much everything safety related you could possibly want. You can also spec a panoramic roof on the mid or top of the range car. So let's start talking about the looks. I know that looks are subjectively objective, but there is one word that describes this car perfectly: imposing. And then as soon as you step inside, the juxtaposition, I would describe it as elegant. I like to think of it as an attacking lion being serenaded by Beethoven's Fifth, all while being in the Sydney Opera House. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit through the reversing camera, or should I say, the optional convenience pack camera. So this is effectively a bumper view of the vehicle. You've got the top-down view, much like you have with most 360 cameras, but you've got this bumper view as well, which means that hopefully we shouldn't be hitting anything anytime soon. And there are different settings as well. We can go to a supreme wide-angle view if you just can't quite see what's going on in front of you. You can even see bits of the grille on the edge of the display, so you know exactly where your front bumper starts. Or if you're parallel parking, you can also have the side views as well to make sure those alloys don't get nicked on those high curbs. By going into reverse, we have several options. You've got the standard reversing camera. We can make it super wide angle as well. Or if you much prefer having the bumper view of the vehicle like I do, you can do that with no problem whatsoever. All in all, the reversing camera is fantastic, perfect for a big vehicle. And obviously being part of the pack, you get a load of other stuff with it as well. But that's not the only thing that's cool about this car. Let's have a look at the ultra-wide head-up display. Because we've got a wide angle now, rather than it being slightly more compressed, it's spread out, which means you get bigger miles per hour settings and you get a bigger place to see what the road speed is, as well as the sat-nav information as well. This will show things like your blind spot monitoring as well. And of course, if you do have an incident, it will tell you to brake, well, hopefully before you have the incident. But more importantly, this is standard on every single car. And let's not forget about Mazda's quality control. This in here is exactly the same sort of quality as you get on the entry-level model. Obviously, it changes slightly for the top-of-the-range one. I'll have some footage of that in a second for you. But everything in here, soft touch, leather, rubber, even the indicator tick coming through the speakers just sounds that little bit more crisp. There's not a single rattle or bing or ting as you're driving along, and it doesn't matter what speed you're going. What I'm going to do now is you're going to be able to listen to it with sound editing for 5 seconds and then without. So you ready? Here we go. Absolutely unbelievable. If there's any more proof that the car has been put together with thought, care, attention, and passion, that should be it. No matter what mode you're in, it's always going to give you that level of comfort. So it's a premium car then? No. What Mazda have managed to do here is actually a prestige car. 40 to 50,000 pounds may seem more expensive than the rest of Mazda's lineup, but in comparison to things like its competitors from Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Volvo, it's a bit of a bargain for all of those toys, the power, and the comfort. But the best way to explain it is for you to drive one. So you should. So if you do want to drive one, don't forget to give us a ring or an email, numbers on screen right now, and to subscribe and of course like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribing's free, you can unsubscribe it at any time. If you want just the specifications, then click this previous Cx60 video and you'll be able to see that, or of course check out the rest of our videos. Thank you for watching.